confused and I'm not struggling and I'm not scuffed. It's all in your head. Thank God nobody was watching on TikTok. I am once again attempting the TikTok life. Do let me know if you hear me. If you don't, if it's not going, basically anime version of me in real life. Yeah, looking pretty good, homie. Hello, Fish. How you doing? Hello, Ramsix. Hello, Future Farina Main. I mean, do I call you Farina? Do I call you Future? Or do I call you Main? Big questions out here I do not have the answer to. Like, I need to know. Whoops. I'm doing all sorts of things. Oh, hello, Elle. How you doing? How is everybody doing? How were your weekends? You call them Temmie. Well, today I learned. I'm doing pretty good. I am happy that my first day back at work is over because I am loving my work like that. But I'm living. Also, a new year, new task. I am now given the phone on Mondays and Thursdays, and I hate it with my life because people be calling, asking me stuff, and I don't freaking know, and I do not care to learn the answer. But my boss is like, well, if you have a question, ask me, but like don't transfer it to me. And I'm like, annoying. I don't want to do it. Work wasn't totally horrible this weekend. Also, I played a lot of Baldur's Gate. Ooh, how are you enjoying it so far? I just think it's a good game. Definitely not for me, but it's probably a good game. It's Kenshi. Hello, Kenshi. How you doing? How was your day? What's up? I actually forgot to calibrate. I'm so not scuffed. I'm such a professional streamer. I cannot be compared to anybody else, clearly. Do let me know if there's anything again, if I crash, if I lag, if whatever. Hopefully I don't. I changed a few things in my settings, but you never know because I ain't lucky like that. It's Kuro. Hello, how you doing? Have you been good since you lived through the cheating of fish in our lives? Did you? Or did you get over it? I had to have some therapy about it, how to deal with a friend that cheats. I need to write a book about it, okay? It's just too much for me. How, Dimona, good to see you in a good mood. Of course, I'm in a good mood. I'm streaming and you just showed up. How could I be sad? I don't know. It would not be okay, And Saka-chan is still very much alive in our lives, and thanks to you, I cannot not be grateful to you, So gonna try and actually complete it all this time. You got this. I loved it. I just never beat it before because I always spent so long in early areas getting distracted. The normal life. That's okay. I worked 14 hours the next day. That took my mind off. Yeah, I mean, I guess that does it. That helps you heal faster when you gotta go and suffer somewhere. I don't know, probably, I just got back from a night shift. You guys, I'm so proud of you guys for doing all that. I don't know how you do it, but props to you. Just got back from a night shift, so I might shut down in 5 minutes. Yes, please do. But I want to use that time to say hi to you and you guys in chat. You're just so sweet. But honestly, go to bed. Go rest. You just gotta get that rest in. Oh, hello, Elle on Twitch. How you doing? Yee. But yeah, so I was the weekend was such an interesting time to be alive because we all know that the glorious 14 hours TikTok ban happened, and it was a time. It was a time to be there. First, I didn't understand what happened because it happened earlier than planned, and it was like, oh, okay. Oh, hello, Boren. How you doing? How was your weekend? Go take a walk. Okay, enjoy your walk. Be healthy. You got this. Love you, Amanda. I love you all. We all love you too, Kenshi. Have a good night. Sleep well. But yeah, the 14-hour TikTok ban was everything and more. I think I was confused when it happened because I just saw people complaining about it on Twitter, and I was like, oh, what happened here? But then it was such an interesting experience to be on TikTok without the Americans. It was like, it's so quiet. There's nobody here. What's going on? I opened it just out of curiosity, and I was like, first everything was French TikTok, Canadian French TikTok. So I was like, oh, that's weird. And then it was just so quiet. Where's the craziness that I randomly get sometimes on TikTok? It was weird. And then by the time I got home yesterday afternoon, it was back, and I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean it didn't even last 24 hours? It was interesting. I ain't complaining because TikTok is fun, but like, I was not panicking over it going anyways, so you know. It was good, got midterms for the rest of the week. Ew. Yeah, you got this. You're big brain. You're in my chat, so definitely you have big brain, so you'll be alright. 14 hours of fair enough for the addicts. Yeah, I'm happy that I was never a big TikTok consumer. Like, I have phases where I'm like, today I want to scroll TikTok and I'll do it, but it's not like I don't open TikTok every day. I don't use it like that, so it wasn't that bad for me. Also, I don't make any revenue, so I didn't have to worry about that either. So, you know, rough times for the people that do. Never had TikToks, so this stuff had literally no effect on my daily life. Well, that's the thing. Even if you don't have it, observing the people crying about it was interesting because, you know, there was some valid concerns, some not so valid and stuff, but also I like all the goodbye videos were interesting, but honestly the people coming back like, why are they playing with our feelings like this? And I'm like, you know what, agreed, like their feelings were played, but it was a great vibe while it lasted, where everybody thought it was going, even though it could still go, but we don't know. I'm crying, still banned for you? Like, why would it be? Like, I know that some people not in America were banned for some reason. They were like, oh, it doesn't work in the US. And they're like, I'm in Germany. Like, why am I affected? Like, what's going on here? So, yeah. It was interesting. Let's see. Same here. Thank God my brain wasn't steeped in YouTube Shorts and TikTok. Yeah, honestly, if you can, if it's not too late, stay away from it. It will not give you anything good for your brain. Just stay away from it. As a content creator, I kind of like it's a benefit for me for exposure and stuff like that, so I use it myself. So I'm not gonna, like, you know, trash on other people's that like do the shorts and do the TikToks, because I gotta do what you gotta do when you're trying to grow. So it's fine. But yeah, no, it's just such an interesting time of our lives. People are like, are we gonna have chats about, do you remember where you were when TikTok was banned for 14 hours? like what? What you mean 14 hours? Yeah, I refuse to use TikTok, so I have no opinion. Yeah. TikTok is a weird place to be at. For me, I think I don't mind TikTok mostly until you get onto the weird TikTok lives. That's where you're like, there's something that I wish I never saw. And like the TikTok lives just attack you and you're like, oh no, I was not expecting all of that right now. Like, what's going on? Type of thing, you know? They'll be alright. Yeah, I mean, it's back. They'll be alright. But it's really definitely to watch the renters. Yeah, and it's just a weird time to be alive. I feel like 2025 is already gonna be so interesting for no valid reason, because already so much has happened and we're not even through January. I'm like, okay, yeah. I miss my CapCut. They haven't unbanned it here. Yeah, I think what surprised most people was CapCut going, because a lot of people use it for editing, whether they do TikToks or not. So it was like, oh, what you mean CapCut had to go too? And then you realize there's like 5 apps that are owned by TikToks, and then you're like raising an eyebrow, but you're like, but my CapCut, because I use CapCut. I'm Canadian, so I was not affected anyways, but like, you know. Now, why are people crying though? Except they have business that involves TikTok is understandable. Yeah, some people were living off TikTok, even though I feel like if I made it on TikTok, I would definitely expand to other platforms. There's no way I would have stayed there solely. Like, I'm like, guys, I think that was a good scare. Now go make your YouTube, go make your other platforms to make sure that if something happens again, you have a diversified revenue. You cannot just rely on one thing when you're a content creator. When you even when you have a normal job, if possible, you try to have other avenues. You try to have a side hustle. You try to invest. You try to do something, because your job could let go of you tomorrow. You never know. So just as you would do with another job, like a weird real world job, as a content creator, I would never, like, it would take a lot. Like, I would need to make a lot of money, be able to invest it and get passive income from it, to then be like, okay, now I can quit my job. There's no way I would just quit like that to be like, I'm just jumping and doing it. Like, I'm not confident like that. I'm a scaredy cat. I will make sure I have my savings in order before I do anything major like that. Like, let's see. I missed some chats. Let me just catch up. Whoopsie. I watch YouTube Shorts, not TikTok, so I didn't even know that happened. Well, yeah, I mean, you're like, All the shorts you see are usually TikToks anyways. So, you know, maybe you would have noticed that they would have disappeared after a while, which I don't think it works like that because YouTube actually lasts. That's why I'm like, if you make it on TikTok, just make sure you transfer that over to TikTok, to YouTube. And as I was saying last time, I was like, well, if you're scared, start your shorts. You have a library of content already. Just transfer it over to YouTube. It'll be fine. Make compilations so you'll have 10 minutes videos so you can monetize. Like there's so many things you could do. Like what are you talking about being scared like that? Let's see. TikTok is back. I was so afraid I can't brain rot. Yeah, so people are like, oh, I can't just sit in my bed and bed rot. Like, yeah, because there's a trend of bed rotting, which honestly just seems like people are struggling out here, so probably depressive, so they stay in bed. And I'm like, I don't think that it should be a trend, but who am I to judge, really? I don't know. 2025 is gonna be my year. Let's go. Let's manifest it. That's how we're gonna get there. Cause I think honestly 2024 will probably my year life-wise. I just hope it just gets better and better and better from now on. So like I don't know if it'll be my year, but I hope it's gonna be a good year, you know. Oh, hello Philip, how you doing? 2024 was already wild enough. Facts. Big facts right there. So 2025 is probably gonna get even wilder. Honestly, like, can we not have a break? Can we not have a moment where like it's not the end of the world for a little bit? I don't know, just asking, just saying. I've been hauling cargo across the country this entire time. I just heard about the ban and unbanning this morning upon coming home, and my neighbor in tears about it coming back. Yeah, there's also the TikTok haters. There's so many interesting debates to look at. The people that really wanted TikTok to stay, the people that didn't want to hear anything about it. So you're like, okay, I guess I don't have any deep feelings about it. TikTok is TikTok, and that's about it. That's all I feel about it. Yeah, don't put all your eggs in the same basket. Yeah, I don't understand why anybody would do that. I guess maybe I'm too old mindset, but especially if I wasn't, like, if I made it, like, as a YouTuber or whatever, like, back in the day, there's no way I would have just been like, okay, let me get my paycheck every month and call it a day. Nah, you be investing. You pay your things, you invest in bricks, you invest in stocks, you put it in everywhere where it will last. You don't just spend and then all of a sudden 10 years later, you go back to Walmart. You don't want to do that. If you have this amazing chance to make it online, make it worth it. Make sure that you can live the rest of your life on the big money you're making. Like, stop it. Don't make stupid decisions. Don't go buy the big car unless you're like, you know, it's money that you can afford to lose. You have savings, you have investments, then you can do your stupidities and it's gonna be fine, you know. I'm the top TikTok viewers. Let's go, Konata. You're a real one. Let's go. Thank you for watching. Thank you, homie. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Man, I love that hat. Yee! Thank you. I love the hat too. The hat is everything and more. It's what's up. The only reason why I knew TikTok got banned is because all my friends have it and they're still upset, and I was upset when TikTok got banned too. Yeah, I think for the people I know, they were mostly sad about CapCut because CapCut is useful. And I was like, what are they gonna do? Because CapCut can be a paid app. Like, I was very annoyed because when I used to edit most of my shorts with it because it has auto caption, it's very easy to use, and I was very happy. But then they started adding more like, oh, premium things. So, oh, you can have this font. Oh, you can have this animation for your subtitles, and like stuff I had been using like for a whole year was not available unless I paid like $13 a month, and I'm like, I ain't paying all that. I'll do it manually if I have to, or use something else. Because honestly, I like auto captioning because I think that's the thing that takes me the longest when I'm editing, trying to like type up everything. I'm not about that life, to be honest. It's Karen! Hello, how are you? How was your weekend? And then for 14 hours, the Chinese were flabbergasted when they all rushed to the Red Note for refuge. Yeah, it was funny because of course I'm there because I'm everywhere. And I think it was Saturday or Sunday morning. Yeah, it was Sunday morning. Yesterday morning, I wake up and I have a notification from Red Note telling me, oh, we added translation. I'm like, okay, well, they're getting ready for the English-speaking people. But honestly, some people are staying there because they were also like killing it over there anyways. So like, they might as well stay on the Red app, even though it's suspicious. Very suspicious. Honestly, I don't regret, but at the same time, since installing that app, I've gotten at least one spam text on my phone a day, and I didn't used to get them, and I'm like, I feel like it might be related. I don't know, might just be me, but I'm like, well, I knew what I was doing when I put my phone number in there, so you know. I just think it's kind of funny that big creators expose themselves, and now that TikTok is back, they're trying to say, no, I was just okay. Yeah, my sister told me about that. Some big creators like did like confessions because in their head, TikTok was just gonna disappear and all that, but they didn't realize that their content would stay up and people from other countries would see it. And then they're just confessing to all their stuff that nobody knows about. I'm like, what was the idea? Why would you do that? Like, you didn't even know when it would do it. Like, did they schedule it? Like, I don't understand what was the mindset behind it. Like, what was the thought process? Like, why do you think it was a good idea? Like, imagine if someone was like, yeah, I murdered someone in that year and I buried the body there. And then 14 hours later, it's just back? Like, whoopsie. Just JK. Just saying. Just joking, bro. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I'm there too, and I was laughing my ass off scrolling through Red Note, and it was like months since I last used that app. I had never heard of it, so I was like, you know, I'm just gonna try it out here, but I don't understand it, and I'm not gonna put too much energy to it. Just like, honestly, I don't put that much energy into Blue Sky. There are just too many apps. As a content creator, like, doing it all on your own, you cannot manage all of these at this point. At some point, you gotta rest, okay? Your brain cannot. It's just not how we're choosing to live our lives, okay? My sister-in-law joined Red Note and mostly just complains that the recipes look too tasty. Honestly, they do be having some very pretty content. I'm looking, and they have like aesthetic, because you can, like, when you make your profile, you have to choose like, what are you into? Are you into like decorating your house, or like cooking, or fashion and stuff like that? So you choose all of that, and then it shows you stuff that you like. So in a way, it works pretty well. You're in my shadows? That's suspicious if you say it. I don't know how I feel about that. That's suspicious, man. Like, dang. How you doing though? Did you have a good weekend in my shadow? I don't know. I have no phone, but I do have Starlink. I do not know what Starlink is. I'm guessing it's an American situation. I guess it's a line or something. I wouldn't know. And I'll edit translation too, since I know both Chinese and English. Yeah, I mean, it's the Google Translate, and I feel like Google Translate and Chinese, I've never really gotten along. It's just trying its best. I'm watching you right now. Should I be scared? Should I be scared shadows? Like, I don't know how to feel about that statement, you know? They did it because Tembi. Is that just like as if you were adding nya at the end of every sentence, Blue? Like, is that how that works? I don't know. I just don't understand what was going through those big creators' head. Like, people be weird. People be choosing the dumbest decisions for some reason, and you're like, you're already winning in life. You're a content creator. You get to do whatever you want. Did you need to ruin it all? Like, you were not happy being rich and having nothing to do? Like, you needed to mess it up for some reason? I don't know. Why would you do that? Like, I don't know. People be weird, but who am I to try and understand their psyche and all that? I don't know what's going on in their mind with that. They were thinking, oh my god, it's effing apocalypse, and the 4 horsemen are knocking on my door. Like, yeah, no, some people are always gonna make it like it's the end of the world and Jesus coming back when something happens. Like, I don't think Jesus cares about TikTok like that. I might be wrong, but I'm just saying that maybe he doesn't care. I'm just saying. Now, before I answer that question, have you played Undertale, or do you intend to play it in the future? I have played Undertale way before I became a streamer. So yes, I have 1.5 times. Yeah, I just don't understand. Yeah, people be weird. People just be doing things. But yeah, all in all, the TikTok saga was interesting. It's not fully over because now it's getting into like politics and all that, but I don't care for that. Where I'm just gonna watch from the sidelines as a Canadian. It's gonna be an interesting thing for me, you know. Okay, Tembi Village. Remember, of course, the little question mark dogs. I don't know what they were, but they were cute. But like, I mean, I know what this is. I don't know why you doing it though. That's the question. I only started saying it because I thought about it right before the stream. That's all. Okay, I was like, okay, is that a vibe? Is that what we're doing now? I just needed to know. I was curious about it. Okay. Yeah, avoid politics. I try to avoid it too. Yeah, I usually just get a recap once in a while about like, okay, what happened? What's going on? Is the world ending? Are we at war? And then after said, yeah, no, yes, and then I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go back to playing my games for my monies because that's what I'm doing. Playing a game right now for $40. I need to do 800 levels. I have 30 hours left and I'm at level 640. So I need to get going. Like, I need to keep going at it because I'm working for that $40. I don't care, okay? Oh, hello, Lucio. How you doing? How was your weekend? Like, why would you do that? Because there was a thing even saying that it was only going to be banned for at most a day. I didn't know about that. All I knew is that, like, it was going to be banned. For me, what surprised me the most was that they banned it in advance. It was not the 19th yet. It was, like, Saturday, like, afternoon for some people. And it was like, oh, dang. Oh, dang, it's actually gone. Surprise. And then it randomly came back. I think that was the funny part for me. Bro, Blue Sky was a mystic. I heard people were moving over. I got curious and decided to make one. I had it for all of 10 minutes. All it took was a little bit of and I deleted everything. I mean, it's not like there's none of that on Twitter. There's interesting question mark content on every platform, so like it depends on where you roam, really. Like sometimes, you know, you see an interesting post on Twitter and then you open the thread and then you just get attacked with the content that you did not ask to see, and you're like, okay, hopefully I'm not like in a public space that someone would see what I just clicked on. Like, I rarely, unless like I forgot to post something on Twitter, I will never open Twitter at work because I'm like, I ain't having people first knowing who I am, second seeing the random things that can happen on TikTok. I'm like, that's a bit too dangerous. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna stay safe out here, okay? AFK moment came across a very interesting video. Okay, enjoy it. But yeah, overall, I don't even know what to say. I just, like, TikTok is such a mystery because it started, people were like, oh my god, TikTok is so cringe, TikTok is blah, blah, blah. But then as the moment it's threatened to go, people are like, this is my livelihood, this is everything, this is where we communicate, the government is trying to silence us. Like, it's just such an interesting turn of events from where TikTok started to where it is today. Is like, oh, okay, all right, like now we care. I guess it's like, if we tell you that you can't have it, then it's important, and vice versa type of thing. The duality of man, indeed. I don't have TikTok, I only have Twitter and Blue Sky. You know what? That's a healthy way to live your life. Like, that's better for you. TikTok, I think I make a conscious effort to not be obsessed with it. I will say I get easily tempted to click on shorts because I use YouTube a lot. I'm always listening to something, whether it's a podcast, whether it's a true crime, and like, I listen to crime stuff everywhere. So I'll be like scrolling for the next video to watch, and then there will be like a thumbnail that catches my attention, and then I end up watching it. That's how I end up in a loop of shorts. That's the problem with it. TikTok, if I use it, it's a conscious decision that right now I'm gonna go waste time on TikTok and have a grand old time. That's how it works for me. So I wouldn't have withdrawal from it because I don't use it that much. And I think it's better to keep it that way. Like, I open it to post something and then I'll disappear type of thing. I just wish people would think before they do anything, because yes, it's on them for being dumb, but I do feel kind of bad for them because it was how they were surviving. Yeah, I feel like it depends. It might be controversial, but the only people I really did not feel bad for that were crying about TikTok are the people that just go to beg for money. I'm sorry, like, if you're not doing anything, you're not doing content, you're just people, give me this, give me that, can we get more? And if that's all you do every day, I'm sorry, my empathy is a bit lower for these type of people. I'm like, you're not doing anything, you're not doing content, you're not adding value to anything. And I don't even know why people give them money. They just do. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I don't think anybody deserves money on on content creation platforms, but at least you need to provide a value if you want to get something. I can't just be sitting there and be like, okay, pay me. Doesn't, I mean, that's my point of view. If that's what you like, that's what you like, but I ain't about that life personally, you know. I only have Reddit. I feel like Reddit is a terrible place as well, depending on where you go, depending on the Reddit. There's some crazy part out here, so I don't know if it's any safer, to be honest. That's why I deleted Twitter. Yeah, I used to post my leather work and woodwork projects on there, and even made sales, but it got weird real quick for me. This was years ago too. Yeah, imagine if it was weird for you years ago on Twitter, you can't even imagine what's going on right now. I never had Twitter until I started VTubing, so it was a new experience. And I did not know you could have a lot of very uncensored situations on there just shoved in your face. That was a very confusing experience for me. I was like, whoa, I did not ask to see all of these things. Like, I did not ask, but they're in my face. It's just, okay. And then even if you say you're not interested, you, like, people, especially since the blue check mark situation, people trying to make money, they will spam every thread even though it doesn't have anything to do with it. Sometimes I'll be happy because I'll randomly get a cute turtle video in one of these threads even though I didn't ask, and I'll be like, turtle, and I'm happy. But except for that, I don't know, it's an interesting time. And luckily I've got emulators and ROMs for procrastination. Yeah, you know, we all spend our time on something. Look at me, I spend my time yapping online. That's where I spend my time instead of doing all the things I'm supposed to do, instead of working, instead of doing smart things, investing money. I don't have money to invest, but you know, instead of doing all these important adult things, I stream as a turtle online. And my mom is very sad every time she thinks about it, but at some point she has to accept that I am my own person and that is my hobby and that's what I do. But she's like, do you make money? I'm like, no, but I love it. What you gonna do about it, mom? My mom is so interesting. I dyed my hair not too long ago, so it's like dark reddish color. And now my mom says like, what, but don't you want to like dye your hair black again or something? I'm like, no, I like it. My husband likes it. Like, what you want? And she's like, well, and from where I'm from, if you have your hair this color, they call you an eggplant. I'm like, are you trying to tell me I look like an eggplant? I'm like, no. I'm like, I don't even know. Every time she sees me, I see the little tears in the corner of her eyes because she wishes I just dyed my hair black. And I'm like, bro, it's not even like I went for a crazy color. Like, you can barely see it if I'm not like in the sun. It's very funny to see her have a meltdown about it, though. She's very cute. Yeah, same. I also don't feel bad for my classmates because one of them was kind of big and she exposed herself, and now she's crying to everyone, and I really try hard not to laugh because she's mean. I mean, whether she's mean or not, she did a stupid thing, and I think might be controversial. I think it's okay to laugh at dumb things, cause I think it depends. Maybe you do something dumb because you're young. It can happen. That's a thing. But sometimes people do the dumbest stuff ever. And it's just like, you were old enough and like, you know, you're supposed to be mature enough to know not to do this. Like exposing yourself for trash that you've done online because you think a nap is going out. Honestly, if you want to do something like that, you do it in your will. You do it when you're dead, so you don't have regret, okay? So people will open your will and then they're like, oh, by the way, I stole that potato chip one day when I was 6. And then they'll be like, oh my god, no way, type of thing. Oh, hey, loco, how you doing? How you doing? How was your weekend, beautiful? How are your streams going? What are you knitting these days? You guys do be wanting some stars. Let me give you some. What kind of show is that, Fro? Food drone? You seem to like drones. Let me see. Let me feed the people. Get some stars out here. So jump all you want, or maybe I just do a bomb. That will do. Can I accept my chat? Whoops! Don't mind that. Nothing happened. Nothing to see here. And you saw nothing. Hello, Ryder. How you doing? I had not seen your emotes earlier. How you doing? How was your weekend? Look at you guys. You're so good at jumping. Let me catch up. Let me catch up to what I missed. There's just so much. Why am I so confused? Fun fact about turtles. I'm from Hawaii and I used to spend most of my time out on boats. And I remember helping the sea turtles when I would clean up the barnacles, fishing nets, and hooks off. Yeah, it's good. You're a good person helping the sea turtles. That's good. I'm making more squares for the pixel art. Yeah, how far are you? Like, would you say like you're 25% then? How far are you into it? Robot show? Well, I mean, I'll Google it, see if it's interesting for me. I haven't watched a lot of shows in a while. Like, I'm slowly but surely trying to catch up to stuff that I have never watched, you know? Busy with work. I'm trying to switch hours to work in the morning. Oh, to work the opening shift instead. Also meeting people in real life. Oh my god, you're touching grass? Congrats, Ryder, you're touching grass. You're being a real one right there. Let's go. Be right, no worries. My work has sucked my life away. I felt, but I will never let a job do that to me once again. I refuse to invest my emotions and my time into my job. So I clock in, I clock out, and I forget it exists until the next day type of thing, you know? 28 out of 34 squares then I'll be stitching it together. Well, that will probably be very pretty because everything you make is very pretty, of course. So I'm looking forward to taking a picture of it. I wish I came to you to get advice. Advice for what? What advice do you think I can give, bro? Like, I don't know nothing. I'm just a troubled turtle. Like, what do you mean? Clock in, clock out is the way. Yes, honestly, no job actually cares about you, even though they say or they pretend to. They do not. They will fire you on the spot if they want. So, like, no, do not trust them with your life and be like, oh, they care about me. They won't fire it. No, they'll find someone next week. They're not worth your efforts out here, you know? I knew I was gonna have a good day when I would be anchored and a sea turtle or a dolphin would come and pay me a visit. I wish that was my life. That's so good. Like, I went swimming with turtles back in October, and to this day, it's one of the best things that have happened to me. Like, I just feel like my life is a lot more complete now I've done that. Watching the baby sea turtles eating their seaweed was everything I needed and more. I was just so happy. I was just like, so complete. Sent you a pic of my new workstation. Ooh, let me see. Oh my god, that's so cute. What are the little things on your desk that look so cute? What are these? And what a nice station right there. Dang, you're fancy. Agree. Yay. Oh yeah, retail. I agree with you there, dude. Oh no, retail, no. Retail is where your soul goes to die. Even though I've never done it, I just know. I've been lucky enough to never do it, but like, nah. Those were the days, man. Now I'm here in the frozen Midwest of America. Oh, that's a transition. Going from seeing dolphins and turtles and being on a boat in nice temperature, beautiful water to like, whatever the hell is cold America, which I think would be a little similar to what I have here. And I'm like, I don't know, I would be depressed. If I was actually born in a hot country and then I came here, the depression would be so strong. It's already strong, and I was not born in a hot country. I get very sad in winter. I get sad, I get slow, I get tired. Like, I don't have like the full on like sad, like the winter time depression, but like I don't do too well. I don't do too happy. I'm not great out here when winter's out around, and I cannot wait for what do you call it? Spring. Already. I'm just so over winter, and it's getting really, really cold right now. I really think my school should have done something about the things she said. I mean, I feel like there's a limit to what schools can do in people's personal lives, unless it's absolutely terrible. I don't know. I don't feel like they need to be involved in everything. You have a turtle? What's your turtle's name, Foo? They will be my piles of squares. Ooh. Oh, they look like little boxes. Like they look like AirPod covers. So I was like, what are these cute little things over there? I like them. Ooh. I had no choice. It was the only job available at the time. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I'm not spitting on it, but we all know that this will drain your soul. Just when you listen to people complaining in store or on the phone, because I did customer service over the phone and it was terrible. I can't imagine if I couldn't roll my eyes at people and be like, my God, are you dumb, on mute? Like, I would struggle hard with that. Being in, like, having to, like, smile through the pain. Like, nah, not for me. I got a bed table, so now I can sit in bed and watch TV and knit. You know, we love comfort in this house, and I feel like you've figured it out, you know? But now I met a friend. I could finally work at a warehouse. Oh, nice. You can actually, like, work. I mean, I guess in a way, maybe I would have liked to have a physical job just so I would stay in shape just from moving. I don't move much. Like, I need to force myself to get steps in a day because I just stay home. That's all I do. I mean, I go in person twice a week, but I drive, so I don't have to walk much more than that. I get to the place and I walk around the office, but that's about it. Musketeer. Like a musketeer? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. We love a musketeer turtle in this house. Wait. I came for the work here because I wanted to be a trekker, but no matter how used to the mainland I get, Hawaii is my home. I was born there. Oh yeah, I would never get used to somewhere else, especially with bad temperature. I feel like if you move from Hawaii to Florida, excluding Florida man, at least it would be like a little bit more familiar for temperature. But like going to somewhere where it's cold from a hot country, nah. I don't know how my parents did it. I know my mom was very, very depressed when she moved here. Like when she moved to Canada. Like the first time she saw trees without leaves, and she was like, what's going on here? The food was different. It's cold. She doesn't know how to dress. She was full on depressed after she had like my first sister. She had to go back for a little bit to get better. Now, you know, she lives. She's been there for a while, but like it was a trip. It was a situation for her for real. Yeah, but it's really different when it's something you can't really control because you're not 18 yet. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, so I can't really give my opinion on that, but hopefully all is good in the world is what I can say, really. No, cute. I mean, look at me. I don't know how to pronounce things, but I'm hoping for the best for your turtle. Skewer, yes. Let's see. Physical jobs suck, don't do it. I mean, I ain't gonna do that. I'm old. I'm an old turtle now. I'm not about to change my way of life, you know. Oh, it's Simply Snowy. How you doing? How was your weekend? That's the thing. I like a physical job. I feel like it depends on your physical prowess as well. Like, are you in shape enough? Because I'm not. I would just struggle and cry, and everything would hurt at the end of the day. So I would be like, oh, I don't like any of that, you know, type of thing. But did my stream die? It's looking like it might die, and I'm not sure. I'm like, we were doing so well. Alrighty, I gotta go do laundry. Ooh, adulting! I get ready to head out on the road again, but you take care, Mana. Thank you for stopping by, Wayward. Stay safe, stay warm, take care of yourself. I'll pop in when I can. Of course, you have a good night. You enjoy the best moments of your life right now. I promise you it will happen. It's 2025, let's go. Okay, well, we don't talk about that in the chat, though. But, you know, that's something that you can actually bring up to school to be able to see if there's something that can be done. And honestly, if karma hit her after she made confessions, so that's fine though. Yeah, we are not gonna talk about surgery in the chat today. We've been doing construction all weekend. I'm tired. Ew, construction. It is tiring. It's loud and everything. We don't want all that in our lives, you know. But hopefully you get to rest soon. But like, what type of construction? Like, is it like big, like redoing the whole floor in the house or something like that, or like out? Like, I wouldn't think it's outside. I don't know where you are, but I would think in my head, if it's cold where I am, it's cold everywhere, type of thing, you know. I used to have a lot more physical work, but I've been stuck behind a desk for the better part of a decade and I miss the physical stuff. Yeah, in a way, I feel like physical stuff makes the day go faster because you have so much to do that all of a sudden it's time to clock out. So I would have liked to experience that. Maybe I would be like, oh yeah, never mind. I don't want it if I did, but as I am right now, you know. Thank you, take care. Yee, take care. We're remodeling a kitchen. The whole area was bad and we had to rebuild everything. Well, you know, it's two things. Because in a way, I wish that I could do this type of thing. I wish I had the talent and the strength to do it and like be able to have a project and do it. But I got none of these. I don't know how to do it and I don't have the tools. I don't have the knowledge. So props to you for being able to do it yourself. I wish I could, you know. I'm a cleaner, so mine's all really tiring. It's a no bueno. Yeah, you know, I trust what you say. I trust considering all you've told me about your physical jobs. I mean, in a way, my sisters and like keep telling me I should start a cleaning channel because I might be a little bit of a neat freak. And I love to deep clean everything all the time. And you know, at first I was like, nah. It started especially once I started living alone. I realized that I cannot stand dirty, crusty things at all. So I had to take care of, make sure like my oven top is not crusty. So I bought the little razor blade to like get the crust out. And like I just like to have things be clean. It just makes me happy and feel content with myself when things are where they're supposed to be. Like even I was like the other day I was just washing my soap dispenser in the bathroom because for some reason it got dirty. I don't even know how, but I was like, I have to clean this. Like this is not my life if I cannot clean everything in my house. Just like I went to my sister's house the other day and I ended up deep cleaning her oven, her dishwasher. I cleaned out her fridge and it was so satisfying. I managed to get the glass out so I could like clean all the little stains and all that. And it was like one of the best days of my life. I was like, oh. And then I went home satisfied with myself. So I guess I could have been a good like deep cleaner type of person, but I'm not really the type to want my own business in that sense. I feel like it's too much to manage because I wouldn't be able to do it on my own. I would have to have employees and I have to do my taxes. That's too much. I ain't doing all of that, you know? But in another life, if I started early, maybe I could have been a very good deep cleaner person, and then I would make videos and make money off of it, and then retire early. See, on my brain is always how can I retire early? That's all I think about every day. So yeah, that's what's up. Sorry, I had to leave real quick. The live was lagging. Yeah, I expected it. I had some like weird error messages, so I was like, am I crashing? Maybe I am. It only happens when I'm triple streaming, which I only do once a week at most. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out like how the settings can work better, you know? It's not just the physical aspect, it's others around me treating me as lesser because I'm a cleaner. I'm looking for another job currently. I'd love to have a 9 to 5 office job. You know what? Go for it. If you need some more certifications for it, do it. Like if you don't, just get it. I feel like if there's anything comfy, it's an office job. Is it fun? Is it like mentally like, you know, stimulating? No, it's not. And office people can be absolutely annoying, but it's comfy. You're paid for a certain amount of hours, and like you hope to not have a job that requires like overtime, like requires it. But some jobs will let you do overtime, and then you can't have an extra paycheck because you worked more than you were supposed to. Like there's a lot of benefits to a 9 to 5. Do I like doing it? No, but I will do it because I have bills to pay, and I feel like that's the responsible thing to do. I have to pay my bills while I work. That's just what's up, you know? Okay, I'm back. Sorry about it. No worries. I don't want a job anymore. I want passive income. Exactly. I am personally working towards that. I'm like slowly but surely trying to build something like, I mean, if life was good, I would just make passive income from like YouTube videos or something, but I'm not there in my life, at least not yet, maybe one day. But I'm trying to see like where can I invest, what can I do to make a little bit like of a side hustle, and then can I grow this side hustle into passive income is what I'm aiming for. So I'm working, I'm researching, I'm learning about investments and stuff like that. My only problem is that I don't have the money to invest. That's the only little hiccup I have in my situation. Like, I know what I want to put my money in, but like I don't have said money. But one day I will keep working, I will keep saving, I will keep paying my bills, and maybe one day I can have a little bit more going on for myself. But as of right now, it's okay. I'm still young enough to make it work, I think, hopefully. Like, I hope to retire early. I don't want to retire at 65. 65 is too old. What are you doing at 65 when everything hurts? I want to be like, ideally, I think I would max want to retire by 50. Like, if I manage to have like enough money for retirement and I'm like, okay, I can leave now and I'll be okay, that's when I would want to go. But if I could earlier than that, of course. But if I really have to work, that would be that. One day indeed. Oh, hello John, how you doing? How was your weekend? Hey, welcome back, Ramzex. Pretty sure you can make $1 million in trading on Trump coin. He pumped it into the moon. He has a coin? I didn't know. I'm too much of a scaredy cat for like the crypto, like new coins and stuff. If I was gonna do any crypto trading, it would probably just be the Bitcoin, because I trust that Bitcoin is not gonna just get rugged tomorrow, something like that. Like, I have dabbled in crypto trading like 3 years ago. I made a bit of money, but it was a lot to think about, because when you do stocks, it's from 9:30 to 4. So you can have your time off. But cryptos never sleep. So you might be sleeping and then it just goes up or goes down and you miss something or you get wrecked. So I'm like, it's a bit too stressful for me, so I won't do that. At least not now. Maybe if I have some expendable income at some point, I can like play with it a little bit, sure. But as of right now, it's too scary for me. Oh, hello, Rain. How you doing? How have you been? What's good? Did you have a good weekend? Pretty sure, yeah, I can read that. Dream for one day, exactly. My coworker invested in Trump coin. Last time I checked, he was profiting. Well, that's good. Also, he had to remember that sadly, I'm Canadian, and like our stock market and everything is not as interesting as the US one. But if we try to trade in the US side, well, we have fees, conversion fees, and since our dollar is so weak, you have to make a big profit to cover the fees that you have to pay. So like, it's another problem. So right now I'm staying away from the US one because I'm too scared to lose all my monies. But one day I'll do some US stuff one day. Not anytime soon, Crypto requires you to stay awake. Yeah, it was too stressful for me when I did it. It was like, okay, well, sometimes you have apps that let you like put the order in advance, so then you can work with that. But you never know. Sometimes you want to observe and you see that there's a big spike, so you want to change the price at which you put the sale and everything, and you're like, I cannot be stressed like that. So yeah, no, I will stay away at least for now. Like, I need to, like, if I invest in crypto, it needs to be something that I don't mind losing. If I lose it, it's okay. But right now, I ain't got money that I don't mind losing like that, Crypto is just like a casino sometimes. You win many times, you lose. But if you win, you maybe win big, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, it's the same with stocks. You just never know. For me, I've always seen it as gambling. It's another type of gambling that is like not legalized, because gambling is legal, but like it's like observed by the government, and then you have to pay taxes on it and whatnot. But it is what it is. You never know. Like, today I was looking at the stock market, and I don't know, because like it was kind of low today. Is it gonna explode tomorrow because like whatever's going on in politics? You never know what would trigger something. It's really hard for me to learn. I know that some people are just really smart till they look at the graphs and they're like, oh yeah, tomorrow this is gonna rise, and oh, this happens, so whatever. I don't know. I hope for the best, and maybe I buy something and it works out, or I just build a portfolio where I have like stuff. Or like, sometimes if you're not good at it, there are apps that do auto investing for you, and you can just put money there and they'll do it for you, and you're happy if you make something, and if it's still better than your money just sitting in your account. So you have to find ways for you to make yourself successful out here, Pretty sure every new coin that comes out is just a pump and dump scheme and not an actual legitimate investment. Yeah, that's how I see it. That's why I say I would invest in ETH and Bitcoins. Those are the only two that I really see, or I would have to see that it's a long-standing one. I would never invest in a new one. I don't trust them. I've seen too many things happen. I don't want the meme coins. I'm not playing like that. I don't have many to play. I will get the things that I'm certain have been going on in the market and are not gonna just die tomorrow, you know? Stocks is different in my opinion though. Stocks involved in macroeconomics. I have made pretty many just understanding macroeconomy in stocks. Yeah, well that's the thing. I don't have the brain. Like I understand basics of stocks trading, but like I know people that have made like lots of money off of it and they're trying like to teach me like how to recognize things. I don't understand yet, but I do want to learn more. Like I need to study and like be able to understand what you said, like the macroeconomics. I know nothing about that. Like I need to learn if I want to make something for myself in it. But I also want to have just portfolios that just sit and grow over time for my retirement. So, you know, diversify, just like you shouldn't just have TikTok. You need to have the other ones if you're gonna be a content creator, as annoying as it is. But honestly, they made new apps that help you with that, where you can schedule your content to like be posted from one place to different what do you call them, platforms. My god, my brain cannot. And that does help. Like if you're like, okay, I can schedule all my things in advance and it's gonna be posted on all the platforms and stuff like that, then you save a lot of time. It's just what it is. But yeah, I don't know why I'm talking so much about stocks and whatnot. Oh, hello, Clarence. BTC and ETH are really the only secure one. For us, the next one is XRP. Exchange is really pushing for ETF. I don't even know these. Like, I've seen one that is called AAVE that I have made some money with in the past years. I haven't touched these in at least like 4 years. I haven't been in crypto stuff. And I never made a big chunk of money because I never had enough money to invest that I would make a good return. You know, when you buy stocks or you buy crypto and then you're like, oh my god, I made $10 today. That was the extent of how much I would make here and there. But I just observe the trends, and like sometimes it depends if you want to do long term, if you want to do day trading. There's just so many things to learn. Do look it up if you want to make some investments. I do not. Absolutely, please do not listen to me for advice for money. I know nothing. I'm just a troubled turtle. Please don't waste your money because you heard me say something. Just don't. Nah. Only good way to see security in crypto investment is market cap. If it's not top 6, at least it's too volatile for my taste. See what? Like, don't take notes from me. I'm taking notes from you. I'm like, oh, okay. Let me note that down. Just realized I had not drank water and I was very thirsty. You know when you drink too much water and then you have to wait and breathe before you can swallow the water, you're like, god, I'm dying. Yeah, in day trading, small profit counts. If you have a small profit and never lose it, keeps piling up until you have bigs. Yeah, that's the idea, but it's still scary. It's probably like the last week, it's been so up and down. Like I've tried to search like what are the best stocks to buy and why and blah blah blah. I'm doing my homework, I promise. I don't even invest. I only know these because I work as content writer for casino-centric outsource company. Ooh, they keep making me research and write for crypto. Well, with all that knowledge, you're not using it. What do you mean? Capitalize on it. Make your monies. Make your bag so you don't have to write these things. Even though, I mean, they can be useful since you're learning with them. So maybe you want to have that as a side hustle. Your job can become your side hustle. You can be a contract worker once you apply all the knowledge you've learned. Because I took note of what you said. I'll look into it. I will never snob any information that I'm given. I feel like there's potential in the market for VR consumers to create 3D world to stylize their home in person of the product of different companies, while also providing prices on how much it'll cost for the entire product for install and doing it yourself. What do you mean by stylize their home in person? What do you mean? I'm confused. There's still a potential in the market for VR consumers to create 3D worlds to stylize their home in person of the products. Oh, okay. Yeah, all I needed was like Sims, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I see. That actually sounds like a good idea. Why are you not doing it, Ryder? Just do it. Just do it. And then you'll make bank, and you'll retire early. See, that's how my wish for everybody. Retire early. That's what we want. Is Twitch chat on screen? Not on screen. Yes, it's not, because I wanted to have a pretty chat. I used to have merge chats for YouTube and Twitch, but I couldn't have my custom CSS on it, and I didn't like it because it was not pretty, so I kind of gave up. So yeah, so if you want to see us on Twitch, but I will always read every chat that I get. I also have TikTok chat on the other side, so yeah, it's a mix out here. My money goes to paying my parents' debt first. You know what? Fair enough. You're lucky enough that you can do that. Like, if I could, like, honestly, if I made big money, it would be, my first step would be paying, like, finishing the mortgage for my parents or something like that to make sure. Because both my parents are also retired, so, like, I want them to be taken care of. They don't have to worry about bills. They just need to live and be happy, and I send them over to Mexico for a week or something. That's what I want to do for my parents, if I can afford it one day. You live on Twitch? You're live on Twitch? Yes. I can't read. Yes, I am multi-streaming right now. Because I'm not a programmer, and it's not too late to learn, Ryder. Like, that sounds like excuses to me. I'm just saying. Nothing's stopping you if you don't want to be stopped. I'm just saying. YouTube site is considered a pretty site. I mean, was there a lie? I don't know. Live a life really do be confusing. Yeah, you know, I have excuses, but depending on the conversation, I will get confused between the words very, very easily out here, okay? Yamana is area you can't escape. Stop it! Making me blush like that, Ellen. Not okay. Not illegal situation. Oh, it's F! Hello, F. How you doing? How was your weekend? Okay, question. Do you need math to understand coding? Do you? I mean, I was in computers and we had math classes, sadly, so I guess you kind of do. Because I had a math class that I failed twice, but I did it somehow, you know? I'm a gangster right there. Study is good. I hate it. I'm so happy I'm done with school and I'm never going back. Sorry. I made noises. Yeah, no, school was the bane of my existence. And if I'm not studying Japanese, I do not care to study anything. Nothing. I hate nothing more than studying, and I want nothing to do with it, you know? Now, coding is based on logic, in my opinion. I feel like it depends, because I'm trying to understand why I had math classes. I had a lot of math in my process. I did computers and network. Maybe it was a network part that required the math. I wasn't really good at coding either, so like it's not like I can really help you. I have C++ and whatnot. I didn't pass the C++ class. I was like, did I pass that one? Now, not too long after me going to school for computers and networks, I dropped out. So I did about a year and a half of that, and I failed a bunch of classes, and then I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go work. That's how I chose to live my life, you know? If he makes investment with information of the markets that he, as a particular, he could incur a federal offense. Wait, who? Who makes investment with information? The one that works, but he writes articles about them. I don't think that's the way the knowledge does. Yeah, no, I don't think it's you, Ryder. You used to merc chat. What do you mean merc chat? I'm so confused. Why am I so confused? Funny about math, I majored in communications but got held back a year because I flunked statistics. Which is barely a prerequisite of the big ones. I graduated a year later late because of statistics. Yeah, I'm happy I never had to do that, and I will never do statistics. I do not want to know anything about them. They annoy the life out of me. I mean, I can do math for my life, so it's not like statistics or like any other part of math is always any, like, it's never gonna make sense to me. I failed like a high school math. Ask me how I got my diplomas after that. I don't know, but I've always been bad at math since like middle school. It will not change today, so you know. Oh thank God, not me. I thought I committed a crime. I mean, maybe you did. Maybe you committed the crime of touching grass. I said it. You could go to jail for that. Just saying. Just saying. I'm good at algebra. Ew! And I like trigonometry. I'm not less you, but statistics for some reason is a big for me. Yeah, no, all of these can go in my life. I want nothing to do with that. Grass is dangerous indeed, Rain. You're very right about that. So Ryder might still go to jail because of that. I'm just saying. Yeah, out of 15 people in coding academy, only 2 make it, and 2 of them get a job after it pays good money. Oh yeah, but I remember in my class I had a lot of like, I don't know how to describe like how intelligent and smart the dudes in my class were. Like they would finish most of their classes with 100%. Like they were not, and they would barely listen. They were just super smart and like they love computer and they did stuff. And there's a bunch of them that I've seen do very cool jobs that are well paid after I left the class and everything. They were exceptional, like a lot, like at least 3 of them. And in my class there were only like what, maybe 7 of us, and there were 2 girls. The first girl, she left before me. I lasted longer, but she left, and then I left. So that was about it, you know. First learn to read, then read to learn. But what about no? What about I don't know, yap or chat or stream or watch anime? I feel like there are other things I do rather than learn every day. You know, YOLO. You only live once. I don't want to be studying like that. Okay. Not again. What? You touched grass and we caught you in 4K? We did. In my bachelor was like 90 of us blockmates. Then second year only 50 stayed while the others changed courses. At the end 13 of us graduated with a degree. Yeah, no, it will destroy people. It will easily destroy people. It's not easy, but I guess it also shows who likes it the most in a way. Like I think if I actually was passionate about that, I would have stayed, but I wasn't. And then I was also harassed with a career that would ask me to understand like math classes and like graphics and stuff that I did not understand, nor did I enjoy. I think I don't have the type of brain for it. Maybe if no, actually, I was like, maybe if I studied really hard, maybe I would have understood, blah, blah. Nope, because I tried that, and then I got 26%. So it was like, nah. Like I remember in high school, I really, really wanted to like pass that math exam in Sec 5. I was like, okay, let me study, go to the extra classes in the morning, ask my dad for help. My dad is an accountant, he's really good at math, he loves math. I studied my life away, copying, understanding, doing extra exercises and all that to get 26%. So I'm not gonna like fool myself thinking that some way I could have made it. It's just I was just never made for this, and I'm okay with that. I've always been extremely good at languages though. My French classes, my Spanish classes, Japanese classes, Chinese classes, straight A's. It was very easy for me to understand. I was always good at it. It's just that I was made for this side of the brain, just not the math side, you know? Out of 30, we only went to the university exam 6 in a 5 car. It was such a cool memory. I mean, that brings back like core memories of my childhood when we would just be like in the car. You know, you're in a van, but the van, like the back of the van, you would just shove a bunch of kids there. I remember like a core memory for me because we were shoved in the car for whatever reason, and then in the back of the car, it was in the summer. I think there was like some, what do you call it? It's like the white broccoli. I forgot what it is. cauliflower. There was the cauliflower in the bag, but it had been in the hot car, so it was like going bad, and it smelled like hell. And it's a core memory of my childhood, being in a car, stuck in the back. We don't want to stick our heads because we don't want to get stopped by the police, type of thing. It was an experience, but you know, that's what happened back in the day. Today they would call CPS and it would get taken away, you know, type of thing. We got let go by the police because they understood the situation. Good, lucky. Well, we didn't get caught at least, but I mean, you were lucky you got a nice police person to not give you a fine or give you guys a fine or something. But yeah, no, school is such a meh memory for me, you know? Oh, just passing by to say happy for bed. You're the best one. Ah, stop it! Thank you for passing back by, dear. Have a good night. Rest well. You're the best, and I hope you have the best night of your life. I have never had a police encounter except that time where I was 12 and my parents ran a diner. They stopped in the nearby station where regulars and are really cool guys. You know, I think about it. I don't think I've have to talk to police in my life. Like, I got a ticket once while I was in the car because I didn't realize I was not supposed to park somewhere, and I was just sitting in the car, and like I didn't see him coming, and he just put the ticket on the car, but I never like made eye contact or have a discussion with them. Thankfully, I've never been stopped. I've never got a ticket, so I hope to keep living my life that way. But I mean, the ones I've seen in the streets are just, I mean, thankfully for me, I've never had a weird interactions with them, you know. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like if I see the lights, like my heart will like keep like beating really fast. Thankfully, it was never for me. But my poor sister, one day she was getting a bit too hyped because she was listening to freaking Attack on Titan Sasageo, and she was like getting all hype about it in the car, so she didn't realize she was speeding. So she was driving 50 in a 30 zone. And then she got a ticket, and she was like, I don't even have anything to say. I have nothing to say for myself. I don't know what happened. I was Sasageoing too hard, and all of a sudden I had a ticket. So rough times. And since then, she does not listen to Sasageo while driving. She's like, no, stuff can happen when you're getting too hype with music, so I'm not taking a chance there. Poor girl. But let me see something real quick. Something like that happened in the Philippines Mall of Asia. The mall is so big, we thought the streets were for cars. We were supposed to enter that way, so we got a ticket. Whoopsie-doo. Yeah. I feel like I've definitely like taken my cars into places I wasn't supposed to by mistake before. So like, you know, I feel that. But mall guards were also dressed like traffic enforcers. Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like security guards kind of look like police if you look real quick, so that makes sense. But yeah, no, sometimes I go places and I'm like, whoopsie, I wasn't supposed to turn there. I've very much been lucky that nothing ever happened. That like nothing was like, I never got caught or got a ticket for like turning places I wasn't supposed to. I've also never done like super dangerous things either, but you know, gotta be careful out here, you know. 1 second. Oh, sorry if my redeems don't work. I had to kind of reset my model, and a lot of my hotkeys are not functional right now. I'm sorry. But yeah. Anyways, is there anything else I wanted to talk about today? I don't like danger either. The most dangerous thing I did was get drunk silly at 16 years old. I mean, honestly, as long as you're not driving, who cares? Just do your thing and learn what it is like to be drunk, you know? Oh, hello, Monty. How you doing? How was your weekend? I got randomly searched twice in one day by police because they thought I was selling drugs. I guess I'm just sus. Yeah, sometimes you don't question it too much, you know, like, I guess it's randomly search. That was up. So, hello Kruka, how you doing? I'm doing good. I'm yapping my night away. It's Monday, so we need to catch up, see what people were up to for the weekend. I did stream on Friday, so like we talked about a movie. Last week we watched Megamind. This week we're watching Princess Bride, and we're very excited for that. And last Friday we had some Mario Kart time. Great times all around. Fish was cheating as usual. Cannot expect any better from him. But except for that, we had a grand old time, honestly. Doing well playing Honkai Star Rail. Oh my god, you survived? You've been playing that long? Because I can't remember the last time I logged in. It was quite a while ago. And I don't know that I want to log in again. But my real problem in life is that I still have the apps on my phone after I stop playing them. I'm just a hoarder for apps, and I don't know how to fix my problem if I'm being very honest. But how's the game? Is there any like cool new people? Like I think, what was her name? When I stopped playing, it was the girl that everybody was like crazy about. Robin was coming out, or her brother. I don't know who they are, but there was a whole craze going on when I stopped, and I was like, I cannot keep up. I never used that black leather jacket since. Never got randomly selected, not even by TSA. So it was you indeed just looked very sus. Well, now you know, don't wear that jacket. Dropping in to say hi. Thank you, Fo. How you doing? I hope you're doing great. You had an amazing weekend. I like it when people are so nice and they come around to say hi. It's very sweet of you. I heard Fuha is coming to Star Rail, so I'm thinking of coming back. No, don't give me temptation. She was my favorite in Honkai Impact 3rd. What you mean? She's coming over. But like, what is she? Which version of her? Like, you know, there's several of her. Like, what you mean? Oh yes, ton of new characters and new chapters has released. It's very nice. Oh yeah, I've been out of the story for so long. Like, I think it was one of the reasons I stopped is that I liked the gameplay, but I didn't really care for the story that much. But then it would stop me from like playing. So I was very annoyed, so I just give up type of thing. Oh, my girl. I know. She's my beloved. I love her so much. Now I feel like playing Honkai Impact 3rd just because my beloved is in there. Like, I had the Hersher version, and she was my favorite character to play in that game. It was amazing. She was just everything and more. I am recovering from experiencing Monday, so I'm hanging in there. You know, fair. I was just annoyed that the day was not over as long as I was at work today. I was just like, I don't want to be there. And then my boss would keep talking to me and then transferring calls to me. And I was like, I don't want to talk to any of you. Oh, right. I forgot. So before the holidays, they were like, oh, we have like 5 fancy like the fancy rooms. You know when you go watch sports and you have the rich people in like some rooms upstairs with the glass and the snacks? Well, they had tickets to give, I don't know, to do a raffle at work. They have 5 tickets. And I don't know what was in my brain, but I did not understand exactly what was going on. So today we did the raffle, and what do you know? I won. And in my head, I'm like, oh, what do I do if I win the tickets? Am I bringing Aster? Am I bringing my dad? Because my dad is a big hockey fan and whatnot. But, well, do you see? Yeah, good news is I won the ticket. Second, bad news is that you have to go with the other winners. Like, you don't get 2. You just get to go with whoever else won. And my boss didn't win, so nobody that I really care about are going. So I'm just like, I don't want to go anymore. I don't want to go with my coworkers like on a Tuesday night. At the same time, I do want to experience the life of the rich people, because apparently there will be like celebrities are gonna be there, like mysterious celebrities are gonna be there, and the food is included and everything is included. So I'm like, you know, it's an experience, and I would rather do that experience with like, I don't know, anybody else but my coworkers. I'll see how I feel. Maybe I'll give it to my boss, or maybe I'll go and just be like, at least I've done it once. I lived the rich people life type of thing, you know. Let's see. Fla is said to be a big shot in Hyunzhou. I don't know how to read that, and I don't know where that is. Which game is that from? Or is that real China? I don't actually know. I have not kept up with the lore of anything. I don't know the name of cities. I cannot say too much about where people are in these games. Now I think about it, girls like dangerous guys. Maybe I should give it another try. I mean, I ain't gonna say no to that. Yeah, watch sports. Sports F. Box seats for hockey is lame, and on the ice is the place to be. Well, celebrities, I mean, Quebec celebrities, so probably people I don't really know. But I don't know. I feel like it would be more exciting to be down there, even though I would be scared of them slamming into the glass. But free snacks. Honestly, that's what I'm mostly sold on. It's like I get to have free snacks and drinks all night. That sounds like a deal to me, but sounds like a grand old time. So yeah, I would probably, if there's free drinks, I probably would have to have asked her like pick me up after, but it's fine. It's fine. That's what we do. That's life, okay? I feel you. My employers host an overnight resort get together every anniversary. I'd rather spend that time playing RPG with my friends. Oh yeah, no. Overnight resort with coworkers sounds like torture to me. Like, I don't hate my coworkers, but I don't like them like that. I don't want that. Even like when we have to do our yearly thingy, like we have to sleep at a hotel if it's far and whatnot. Well, we have to be like 2 per room. I don't want to sleep in the same room as my boss or any coworker, honestly. I'm just not about that life. So having like, you want to enter the resort, I don't want my coworkers to see me in my swimsuit. Like, I don't need that. Like, I just don't need that experience in my life type of thing, you know? It's gonna get real cold tonight, but I'm ready for it. Come at me. Yes, be ready. I think I'll actually wear extra layers, make sure the windows are well, tightened up and everything, because it's been getting worse every day. Just going to work today, my hands were frozen and I'm crying because tomorrow we're supposed to go to the gym, and I'm like, I'm not gonna want to get dressed and go to the gym tomorrow. We have to do it. We have to start the year somehow, but I don't want to go. I want nothing to do with it. I don't want to go, okay? Like, nah. Free snacks? Yes. Man, basketball events on my place sell snacks not free. See, that's the thing. It comes with the free tickets. It's the fancy tickets. They come with food and drinks. That's what's appealing to me. I'm like, I mean, I like hockey to a decent degree. I'm not like the biggest fan. I used to be back when I was a teenager. I used to watch the matches and everything. Now I don't care as much. But free food, free drinks, random celebrities that I can tell people, oh, I met whoever, so-and-so, and feel proud about. I don't mind going type of thing, When we have to do that overnight thing at the company, I get myself drunk so I can sleep early. You're like, oh yeah, I'm just so tired, gotta go, guys, have fun. I think that's a good way to go about it. I would probably do the same, Got to get into Calderon Stadium VIP. I don't really like football, but free sushi? Ooh. Count me in. Politicians and other... Yeah, we don't care who's there. We care about the sushi. The sushi's there, and that's who we're looking at. Our beloved. The greatness of free food. The free sushi? Sushi is already so expensive as it is. Imagine if it being free, it must taste even more better. Even good. Like, it's like, that's yummy because, like, it's not hurting my wallet while I'm eating it. Look at me making myself hungry with all these food discussions. It's just how it is out here. Like, dang. I'd eat some food. Like, we're trying to stay healthy. So, like, we're not... Like, we never were the type to, like, eat out too much. Except when we didn't have anywhere to go. So, we would be outside. So, we eat outside. But we don't eat out. But now, sometimes I'm just walking by. And then I look at McDonald's. And I'm like... And I'm like, I gotta stay strong. We're doing this for our health. We're doing this to be good. We're doing this for the budget. We need to stay away from the burgers. Like, if we want a burger, we need to make a burger at home. We just don't go. And it's just so hard sometimes. You just want to have the crispy fries. You don't want to have to go home and have to make the fries yourself. Anybody want to do that? You want to go to the drive-thru, get a burger, get some fries, and call it a day. But sadly, we're trying to be wise and good people and be healthy and whatnot. Okay. Speaking of sushi, I love me some Japanese buffet. Yes. be so good. But they're also quite expensive. Even though I do like K barbecue, it's life, it's bay, it's amazing. We love it out here. But also expensive. I do understand that, it's an all you can eat, so it makes sense. But at the same time, I swear, if you go to Japan or Korea and you go to all you can eat, it's not gonna be that expensive. I'm just saying. Except we went to a K barbecue in Korea and it was delicious. But they were charging you by the piece of meat. So then that one for sure was not the cheapest experience, because you were like, oh. Depending on how much you eat, it can be rough, and then depending on what cup of meat you want, you would be like, that's a bit expensive out here. I don't know that I can afford all that fancy life like this. It's rough. But other than that, I don't know. I'm a big Asian food fan. I will eat anything Asian most of the time. I really love Indian food, Korean food, Japanese food, Thai food, Vietnamese food. Yeah. My parents never understood why, but I am one of these that loves the Asian food like that. I try to protect my happiness by accepting my friends' invitations to hang out. When I get so sad, I treat myself with food and end up with a really expensive loss. Yeah, that's the thing with food. Food is delicious, but food doesn't last. You eat it and then it leaves you. It's a fleeting satisfaction, and then you're like, what did I do when you look at your budget? Right now, I'm trying to be a good wife, okay? I'm in charge, making sure we stay in the budget. I'm in charge of the budgeting, but I'm like, I want to get trash. I'm at work and I see cookies and I'm like, I want the cookies. But I'm like, nah. Stay strong. We got this. We got the healthy diet. Until we get to our goals, I will do my best to not cheat. I might cheat a little bit sometimes because it is what it is. But I will do my best to not cheat and stick to our meal plans and whatnot, Oh, Indian food really intrigues me, but there's not any good food places to represent them where I live. Oh, the only time I got good Indian food was at the buffet I got invited to. Yeah, that can be hard. I think that's one thing I like about my city. It's so multicultural that you will find at least one good restaurant for every nation. So you'll be like, if you want to have really good Indian food, you'll find one authentic spot somewhere, Simply eat the best foods. It's real good. Indeed, Vector. Who would have thought? That the best food would be really really best. The best that's out there. How you doing, Vector? How was your weekend? I'm just here making myself hungry for no reason, complaining about my diet, complaining about my job, trying to retire early, all the good stuff. Easy, normal conversations that people have. Good, happy to hear it. If Victor has a good weekend, then we all have a good weekend. That's how that works. I don't make the rules. That's just how it is. Let me see. See, this is why dieting is silly. You could be eating all them good foods. Yes, and I guess we're living the high life because one of our favorite foods right now is avocado, and avocado ain't cheap, but we love it out here, okay? We're having a grand old time eating it, and we're just but we'll just pamper ourselves. We eat it at everything, any type of rice meal, and eggs. We just eat avocado and everything, and we have them for several reasonably cheap at our grocery store, so we're yeah, we might as well. And the mythical avocado millennials. I mean, I might be. I'm just saying that avocado is great, and when I was young, it wasn't that expensive, okay? It was it's so funny because my parents grew up with avocado trees everywhere, so they just grew up with it. So I grew up eating it, and I never knew how good I had it until I became an adult, and I realized how expensive it was. I was but mom used to buy so many of them when I was growing up. It was just a very normal staple food in the house until someone decided to do a study saying that avocado is a superfood and whatnot, and then it's expensive for everyone. Stop it. Leave the avocado alone. It's fine. Leave it to us, okay? We don't have best foods where I live, sadly. Yeah, I don't either. Like, I don't think we were talking about this store. We're just talking about the best food in general, you know? I'm the opposite side of the planet. I mean, depends from where. Where is the opposite of I don't know where, you know? My current budget meal for the wheel is a jar of chicken pastels. What is chicken pastel? Chicken pastel. Yeah, don't mind all the situation here. Okay, let's go. What is this? Oh, from the Philippines. That's why I don't know what that is. But what do you mean by a can? That looks like it would be a delicious, freshly cooked meal. What do you mean? It was interesting, but repeated consumption makes me sick of it. I'm on day 3. Oh yeah, like it looks like a heavy type of meal, so I can't imagine having this 3 days in a row. Like I feel like I don't mind eating the same thing over and over to a certain extent, but like when it's something heavy like that, it's like I want some change. I want some salad. Like I want something light for my brain as well, or like less time consuming to eat type of thing. You know, I don't want to be fighting. Chicken pasta can be preserved in a jar, kind of like a can of tuna. Interesting. It didn't look bad, but I have no idea what to expect of the taste, because looking at the color of it, it looks like a creamy situation. But is it mild? Is it spicy? Is like what kind of spices make this? Like I'm very curious about it. It looks healthy though. Maybe it's not, but it looks like it. So I just skip up a serving every meal. Yeah, but every meal, that's the issue. You need to have some diversity, like, you know, diversity in your pantry. Like, have different kinds of things. It's oily, vegetable oil. Oh. But it looks yum, though. I'm just like, ooh, like, I want to try some of that. Like, dang, just be looking yum. And I see different versions. Some people put it in a pie. Like a chicken pot pie. Ooh, I'll be learning. Anyways, that's why it's good that I'm not in charge of cooking at home, because I would be cooking all the things that are not healthy, and then we'd be like, oh, how did that happen? And I'd be like, oh, whatever will I do? I don't know how that happened. It just showed up in our fridge or something. I don't know. Imagine learning on a Monday. I know, disgusting. It just couldn't be helped, Vector. Sometimes it happens, even to the best of us. Have you survived the 14 hours TikTok ban, Vector? Did you? Did you see how helpless we Canadians were without our American friends on the TikToks? It was a very dark and sad time to be alive, if you ask me. It was a time, and we don't want that out here, you know. Let me see something real quick. Okay. I don't know how I survived, but we managed. I'm proud of you. You're strong, Vector. You are a very strong individual. Don't mind all the activity. I told you I did stuff to my model, so now it's all tied to my keyboard. It's a thing. It's a vibe. I was looking for something, but I can't find it. Just starting to see ya, everyone. It was nice chatting. See you around. I'm looking for someone to raid, actually. So I'm like, who do I want to raid today? I'm hesitating between 2 people. I think we're gonna just be seeing our homie Sir Squiggle, because Squiggle is life. Squiggle is great. All right. Well, thank you for being there. I'm a bit tired, so I'm gonna go rest. I'm gonna be happy so I can overcome mortal tomorrow. So be there, be square. I'll be playing some games. I'll be yapping as usual. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being there. We managed to not crash today, so there's hope that the internet can handle me sometimes triple streaming, but it is what it is. You guys are all awesome. We're gonna be raiding Squiggle on the Twitch side, and I think I will be ending on YouTube for today, but we'll try to raid tomorrow if we find someone. Have a good night. Remember, you're awesome, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye.